the mirror we turned into an idol. Early Buddhism emerged in India as a new religious system challenging the authority of the existing Brahmanical traditions, which were characterized by complex rituals, the caste system, and reliance on Vedic texts. The Buddha's message offered an alternative path to liberation that was accessible to everyone, regardless of caste. What if the most radical spiritual revolution in India wasn't meant to become a religion at all? The Buddha didn't ask for followers. He didn't claim to be a god. He offered a way to end suffering and said, "Ahipasiko, come and see for yourself." He held up a mirror to what is. And then, slowly, we framed the mirror, garlanded it, and forgot to look into it. Jiddu Krishnamurti, centuries later, would echo this same radical truth, saying, "Truth is a pathless land. Men cannot come to it through any organization, through any creed, through any dogma, priest or ritual." The Buddha knew this. Krishnamurti knew this. Yet, both became exactly what they warned against. Think about how dangerous this was. Imagine walking into the most powerful institutions of your time and saying, "Your rituals are meaningless, your caste system is a lie, your sacred texts cannot save you." That was the Buddha. The Buddha's critique of blind faith and rituals was not immediately accepted by everyone. The need to clarify his teachings and differentiate them from the prevailing philosophies of the time contributed to the formal codification of Buddhist doctrine. But here's the cruel irony. In trying to preserve his teachings against corruption, his followers created the very system he rejected. As Krishnamurti observed, all authority of any kind, especially in the field of thought and understanding, is the most destructive, evil thing. Leaders destroy the followers, and followers destroy the leaders. From the earliest days of the monastic community called the Sangha, disagreements arose over discipline and doctrinal matters. To address these conflicts and reach a consensus, various Buddhist councils were held, which led to the formation of different schools of thought. The freedom the Buddha offered became a battlefield of opinions. For the teachings to be preserved and transmitted to new generations, they had to be organized. Early followers memorized and recited the Buddha's sermons, which were later canonized into texts like the Tipitaka, the Pali Canon. This necessary process of formalization, however, was a departure from the purely oral, uncodified teachings, a departure from living truth to dead words. Some of the most profound and revolutionary Buddhist concepts have been subject to misunderstanding, both in the Buddha's own time and throughout history. Here's where it gets fascinating and tragic. A common misinterpretation equates the Buddhist concept of rebirth with the Hindu idea of reincarnation, which involves a permanent soul, Atman, passing from one body to another. In contrast, Buddhism teaches anatta, no self, arguing that there is no eternal soul. So, what is reborn? It's more like one candle lighting another. The second candle isn't the same flame as the first, but its fire depends entirely on it. It's a continuous mind stream of karmic energy that moves forward, not a fixed soul. But try explaining this nuance to millions of people across centuries. The subtlety dies, and what remains is another belief system. Krishnamurti understood this perfectly. Truth is always new, therefore timeless. What was truth yesterday is not truth today. What is truth today is not truth tomorrow. Truth has no continuity. The moment you try to capture truth in words, in doctrines, in systems, it dies. The concept of emptiness, shunyata, is frequently misunderstood. Even by serious practitioners, it does not mean that nothing exists, but that things lack a fixed, isolated essence. The world is not a void, but a dynamic, interconnected process. The Buddhist teaching on non-attachment has sometimes been misinterpreted as a cold indifference or emotional detachment from the world and other people. In fact, it refers to not clinging to things as permanent or integral to one's happiness, which fosters compassion rather than indifference. Yet, how many people have used detachment as an excuse for apathy? There is a beautiful paradox. The Ahapasiko principle, meaning come and see for yourself, was the Buddha's encouragement for his followers to test his teachings through personal experience rather than accepting them on faith. Listen to the paradox here. The Buddha says, "Don't believe me, test it yourself." Then his followers create institutions where you're supposed to believe without testing. Krishnamurti articulated this contradiction brilliantly. You have to be your own teacher and your own disciple. You have to question everything that man has accepted as valuable, as necessary. There is no guru. There is no system. There is only you, looking directly at what is. The necessity of institutional support cannot be denied. While the ultimate goal is personal liberation, the establishment of the Sangha provided a structured environment for practice and study. Monasteries offered monks and nuns the support needed to devote themselves to meditation and study, which in turn helped to preserve and transmit the teachings. This institutionalization, though a departure from purely individual practice, was crucial for the religion's survival and spread. So we're trapped in a paradox. Preserve the teachings through institutions, but institutions kill the living truth. What do we do? After the Buddha's death, the charisma and enlightenment of later teachers, who were revered and followed, also shaped the development of Buddhism. While early Buddhism focused on the Buddha as an awakened human teacher, the Mahayana tradition later introduced the worship of bodhisattvas and other deities. These figures became powerful symbols of compassion and wisdom, but their worship also led to a more devotional and ritualistic form of Buddhism. The mirror became an idol. The pointer to the moon became the moon itself. As Krishnamurti warned, belief is a denial of truth. Belief hinders truth. To believe in God is not to find God. Replace God with Buddha, and you see the problem. In the modern era, figures like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar reinterpreted Buddhism to address contemporary social issues in India, creating a distinct Navayana Buddhism. This movement was based on specific readings of the Pali texts and incorporated modern political ideas, showing how the teachings can be reinterpreted to serve different goals. Is this corruption or evolution? The answer depends on whether you value the letter or the spirit. Krishnamurti hauntingly says, meditation is one of the greatest arts in life, perhaps the greatest, and one cannot possibly learn it from anybody. That is the beauty of it. It has no technique and therefore no authority. No technique, no authority, no system, just you, looking directly at reality, freeing yourself from your own suffering. The Buddha would have agreed, but the Buddha is now a statue in a temple, surrounded by rituals he never wanted, worshipped by followers he never sought, trapped in doctrines he never wrote. The question is not whether Buddhism became a religion. The question is, can you still hear what the Buddha was actually saying beneath all the noise? Can you come and see for yourself? Or will you, like millions before you, trade the living truth for a comfortable belief, the mirror for the image, the journey for the destination. The choice, as it always was, is yours.